here. I hope that we get some wins in here for you guys, but continue to come out and support, and yeah, go Fever. I'm here. DB is here.
I didn't think that, I just assumed DeWanna Bonner was going to go play with Alyssa Thomas. I think everyone just assumed DeWanna Bonner was going to go play with Alyssa Thomas. And it turns out not only did DeWanna Bonner not end up going to play with Alyssa Thomas, turns out that she had an option that would have almost certainly, you would have thought, guaranteed her a championship, and she chose not to go there and go to Indiana.
1. Picture this. You're a WNBA star, and teams are coming at you with offers like free samples at Costco. But you shut them down one by one. That's exactly what DeWanna Bonner just did, turning down rival teams and possibly setting the stage to join Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever.
That you can see here from The Athletic. The Lynx also explored trading for Thomas, league sources told The Athletic, and looked at signing her fiancé and former Sun teammate DeWanna Bonner. So
somewhere in the Minnesota Lynx front office, someone is still staring at their phone, waiting for a call that's never coming. DeWanna Bonner took one look at their offer, squinted a little, and hit them with the classic, "I'm good, love." Enjoy. Instead, she packed her bags for Indiana, where Caitlin Clark was probably already texting her like, "So, you trying to win a ring or nah?"
Bonner chose Fever over the Lynx and Mercury. Wow. So Indiana Fever star DeWanna Bonner turned down 2 elite teams in free agency for a powerful season.
Let's be real. DeWanna Bonner is 36. She's not out here playing for team chemistry and good vibes. She wants to win, and she wants to win now. The Lynx? They're like that ex who swears they've changed, but deep down, you know it's the same old drama. The Fever? They're looking like a championship contender who just hit the free agency lottery.
Also heavily courted, Bonner, league sources said, yet the desire to win immediately, among other factors, led to the Indiana Fever. So 2 things in that piece there. 2 things. One, the Minnesota Lynx. I didn't know they were a part of that whole deal. That's new information, and another contending team, mind you, a team that was in the WNBA finals last season.
Minnesota probably hit Bonner with the classic, "We're building something special" speech, maybe even threw in a PowerPoint about their bright future. But Bonner took one look at Caitlin Clark pulling up from 30 feet, Aaliyah Boston snagging rebounds like it's brunch, and said, "Yeah, that looks way more fun."
Chose to not go play with a team where the referee's ignoring a cha-cha slide and then a clean block and giving free throws away from winning a championship because she wants to win. How good are this Fever team gonna be? Like, how good do these free agents think the Fever are gonna be?
And don't get it twisted. This isn't just about Bonner. Caitlin Clark is not here for some long, patient rebuild. She didn't drop 40 on teams whose only job was to stop her just to come to the WNBA and develop. Nope. She wants a ring, and she wants it fast. That if the Indiana Fever had a timeline before, Clark crumpled it up and launched it into the trash, like a deep 3.
To say there's no doubt that despite being 37 years old, DeWanna Bonner was highly sought after by many teams in free agency. March 4th article stated that from several writers from The Athletic that the Fever, along with her reason for her, kind of turning down these other teams.
So when Bonner had to choose between the Lynx and the Fever, it wasn't exactly a tough call. On one side, you've got a team that's working on it. On the other, you've got Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and a squad that's starting to look scary. Adding Bonner just fast-tracked Indiana's rebuild. The Fever aren't here to struggle through the growing pains. They're skipping straight to contender mode. Meanwhile, over in Minnesota, the Lynx front office is probably in full-on panic mode like, all right, plan B? Anybody got a plan B? The WNBA is shifting, and Caitlin Clark is at the center of it. Players aren't just coming to Indiana for the experience. They're coming to win. Bonner saw the vision. She's not here for a farewell tour. She's here to get buckets, win games, and maybe let Caitlin handle all the exhausting deep threes while she plays like the seasoned vet she is. So while Minnesota is still trying to figure out what just happened, the Fever are stacking up talent, turning from a fun underdog story into a real problem. And if you think Caitlin Clark is letting this opportunity slip away, you clearly haven't been paying attention.
I think Kelly and Amber have done a really good job of, finding pieces that fit. It makes me excited about the future, obviously, with Steph and her staff coming in here, and my ability to work out with Keith all off season has been really fun. But it's been fun. I got to work out with DB, and as some off-season leagues and overseas stuff kind of wraps up, a lot of them will start getting back, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to get in the gym and be with my teammates and, just start putting the pieces together and see what works, what doesn't work. But I think we're going to have a lot of different options to do a lot of different things, and I think that's what's super exciting about it all. I feel very fortunate and lucky to come here to stay in the Midwest.
The Minnesota Lynx had a dream, a big one. They wanted DeWanna Bonner. They had the money, the roster spot, and probably a PowerPoint with way too many animations ready to seal the deal. They were set to roll out the red carpet. But this wasn't just any asterisk nah. Asterisk, this was the kind of nah that meant Bonner had her eyes on something bigger, brighter lights, louder fans, and ticket sales that don't just sell out but asterisk break records. Enter the Indiana Fever, the team that doesn't just fill arenas. They force opponents to relocate games because demand is that high. Bonner saw the madness, the hype, and Caitlin Clark casually pulling up from the logo, and she knew exactly where she belonged.
Knowledge and explain playoffs to them a little bit better so we can be better prepared and don't get punched in the face the first game. And it's hard to come back when you do that the first game. It's hard to come back and try to win 2 straight against a veteran team. So I think they got it, and I think that it's going to be steps throughout the regular season that get us prepared for that, because every game, every single night is going to be hard. These teams have changed a lot in this league, and every team has loaded up and gotten better. So I think that the regular season is going to definitely prepare us for that.
Let's be real, Bonner isn't just ring chasing. At this point, she's chasing the ultimate basketball experience. Playing with Caitlin Clark means stepping into a nightly spectacle where every game feels like the Super Bowl. The energy, the noise, the nationwide obsession, it's all there. And Bonner, being the veteran she is, knew exactly what she was signing up for. A front row seat to the biggest show in women's basketball.as for the Lynx? They'll recover. They'll dust themselves off, shift their focus, and probably sign another solid player. Or maybe, they'll just sit in their office, quietly watching Fever highlights on repeat, wondering asterisk what could have been. Either way, Indiana just pulled off another win, without even stepping on the court.
Push their team to get over the finish line. It's playoffs, so emotions are high, tension is high, but I can be more excited to step on the court with Caitlin. We actually had a great workout this morning, and I think we just feed well off each other. So I'm just here to hopefully, give my little leadership advice. I don't feel like I need to push her to be any type of player that she isn't already is, and I'm just happy to be here, and I hope that I can give her some knowledge to take her game to a different level, so when I retire, she can pass that along, to other players.
The Indiana Fever, yes, the team that was basically a WNBA afterthought for years, has suddenly become the hottest destination in the league. Why? One name. Caitlin Clark, that it's like she waved a magic wand and turned Indiana into the promised land for WNBA players. Veterans who once scoffed at the idea of playing in Indy are now magically clearing their schedules and dropping hints to their agents. Oh, I've always loved Indianapolis. Great city, great cornfields. Let's be real, this isn't about the weather, the nightlife, or even the team's recent record. It's about one thing, the Caitlin Clark effect. Clark hasn't even played a single professional game, but the Fever already have more attention than they've had in the last decade combined. TV networks are scrambling to rearrange schedules. Jersey sales are skyrocketing. Reporters who probably needed autocorrect to spell Indiana are now camping outside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And WNBA players? They see what's happening. They see the endorsements rolling in. They see the packed arenas. They see the asterisk media obsession. Most importantly, they see an opportunity to finally get the level of recognition they've been fighting for.
Indiana Fever just won the championship. They just won the championship. Now, we do remember what happened in the playoffs with DeWanna Bonner and Caitlin Clark, so it might be some chemistry meshing. They might have to sit down together and talk a little bit, but this is major, fam.
It's like going from background roles in low-budget indie films to starring in a blockbuster. Suddenly, everyone wants a part in the action. Players who used to chase contenders are now thinking, asterisk wait, playing with Caitlin means primetime games, bigger sponsorship deals, and oh yeah, people actually watching. Agents are making calls they never thought they'd make. Hey, so, about that Indiana offer? Yeah, my client is suddenly very interested. Meanwhile, the Fever's front office is probably feeling like bouncers at an exclusive club. Sorry, we're at capacity, unless you're a walking double-double. For years, WNBA players had to beg for the spotlight. Now, that spotlight is permanently stationed in Indiana, and everyone wants a piece. The Fever aren't just the team to watch for basketball. They're the team to watch for asterisk attention, money, and career-boosting opportunities. Coaches from other teams are probably in disbelief. Wait, we have a championship roster. But Indiana is the dream destination because of one rookie. Yes. Yes, they are. This is what happens when a generational talent takes a once-ignored franchise and brings it into the mainstream. Suddenly, Indiana is Hollywood, and every WNBA player wants their name on the marquee.
I think that they made the right call on that because they knew her play would attract better players to Indiana. Like, it's been hard for them to get players to sign to Indiana because they're in Indiana. And because those games typically were very empty. There was no energy behind the Fever since they won their championships when Tamika Catchings was there. So Caitlin has basically come in and rejuvenated the entire franchise. And now it's an